Okay, time now is 7:11 a.m. in the morning on December 13th, yeah, I slept from, I don't fucking know, I did go to bed from, I went to bed at, like 4:20 a.m. and then yeah, I'm so tired. When I tried to go to sleep, I was right on time for my roommate Mary to start cooking and start and there was someone else there and Mary's just talking and it was so fucking annoying. And I also couldn't immediately fall asleep as expected. Um so yeah, I probably slept for like 2 hours probably. Uh so tired. I will be able to sleep in 2 days. I just need to wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Right on set, please. You will have that do not know what to do moment.
Sure. Try it. I have to be in Santa Monica at 6 p.m. Maybe I'll have
I don't want to know the details. Keep it off the man. Away.
Okay, time now is 2:37 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I'm gonna go to bed like immediately in this instant. I yeah, I think oh man. Yeah, Jesus Christ, my mind is not working. So I woke up after about less than 3 hours of sleep this morning, which is fucking terrible. My threshold is usually 4 hours. Like, if I'm less than 4 hours of sleep, then I'm basically a dead man. But I think after last semester, I have uh, punched my threshold down to 3 hours. But even so, I slept for less than 3 hours this morning. As I was gonna, as I went to bed at around 4:20 a.m., Mary, the roommate, I think she like came back home and she started microwaving things. And I swear to God, she microwaved 11 things. consecutively, I heard her pressing buttons and then the microwave sound, and I'm like, oh, it's a microwave. And then she keeps doing it like 11 times. And maybe I'm hallucinating, or maybe she really did microwave stuff 11 times because she loves the microwave. And then there's also another guy that she's talking to, and I can tell they're trying to be hush hush, but it was still really loud. At some point, I opened the door and I said, hey, I need to wake up in 2 hours, so please let me sleep just for a little bit. So yeah, if you hear me calling for help or asking you to do something, I very fucking ballsacks mean it, because usually I keep quiet. So when I say I need to sleep and wake up in 2 hours, and when you realize how fucking absurd that sounds, maybe I'm actually serious. So anyways, I woke up, and honestly, I don't feel that terrible. The whole day, I actually don't feel that bad. I don't know why. I may have gained superpowers, and that's a bad thing. I feel like maybe it's because I just went to bed earlier. Again, it's this really strange phenomenon where I guess it matters how many hours I slept, but it also equally matters how early I sleep. So sometimes I would sleep 4 hours from 3 p.m. and that would somehow be better than if I sleep 6 hours at 5 a.m. 4 hours of 3. Yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go to bed hella ballsacks early today. Hopefully 3:10 a.m. is the goal, so that I can have a good 4 hours sleep. Good 4 hours sleep, by the way. Juicy balls. Yeah, there's that. So, yeah, I went to set today, and set was quite interesting. First of all, it's the last set of the year for me. Thank God I'm not doing another one anymore. This film, okay, right, so first of all, Pepper picked me up, and when Pepper said that she's gonna show up in front of my place at 7:30, there's this very strong sense of maturity coming from her that I just did not expect. May I remind you that I haven't seen her in 1 year and 9 months, which is surprisingly a lot, and I haven't spoken a lot to her either. So it's really kind of crazy, like when I saw her in a gray car, in a nice, clean, new gray car, and she's just there in the driver's seat with long, kind of like blackish brunette hair, looking very clean and tidied up. It was like, oh my god, I almost forgot that she exists. It was a little bit of a shocking moment for me. And that's the thing with like having lived 23 years on this earth, there are people that come and go, and when they kind of come back, do a little reprise, like Pepper. It's always like shocking to me how she looks and that she's just here. So she drove me. She did a very good job driving. Apparently, she just started driving, like literally December, and we had a good conversation, but as you may know, I am extremely sleep deprived, so I couldn't have a lot of conversation. We went over to Playa Vista. It's foggy, it's cold, and we went into that fancy ass building again. Same building I've been like a year and 9 months ago for that other LMU film that I worked on. Same room, same location, and it was chill as fuck. The call time was 8 a.m. and half the crew was late, and also people were just standing around and chatting and eating crafty. And we didn't really do any real work until 9 a.m. when a bunch of people showed up, like Aoba showed up, which I haven't seen in... How long was the last time I saw Aoba? That's fucking crazy. How long ago was that? I feel like that was maybe 2024 January when I tried to go to Hollywood with her, but that didn't pan out. No! Last time I saw Aoba was also the LMU set. That's right. That's fucking right. Right, oh my god. So same with Pepper, actually. Same, exact same. And then Jonathan showed up, which, cool. Jonathan hugged me and was like, long time no see. But, like, I literally saw Jonathan in June, which I know it's like half a year ago, but that's not that bad. Half a year is a blip in my eye. Half a year means nothing to me anymore. And then Potter eventually showed up, which is surprising, and he has short hair now. one thing I notice is like first of all, even though it's only been 1 year and 9 months since I've seen Pepper, it does feel like I've gone through a significant change since I've last seen Pepper. Um, so I was conscious of like how much I've changed in front of her, but probably not a lot. But I feel like I probably have had some kind of transformation. But with Potter, it's a little different because out of all these people, Potter's actually the person that I've seen last, and it's in Hong Kong, and so immediately we vibe really well. Potter's the one I'm closest with on the set, and I just joke a lot with him. And Potter also have seen Jonathan before as well, surprisingly, because of Alba's Thanksgiving Friendsgiving thing that I wasn't invited to. And Alba's like, yeah, I haven't spoken to you in 2 years, and I was scared of inviting you. And I'm like, what? No way. But one thing I was able to pick up immediately was how chill and laid back Potter was. Potter was like, oh, I don't know, I've never been on a film set. I'm just gonna fuck around and who cares? And maybe I'll leave early. And Pepper's like hitting him in the back. Like, him and Pepper are like still kind of close. But yeah, anyways, the film set goes on, the PD shows up, and we set up this mossy ground, kind of like grass floor setup, which took a while. And then the director, Amanda, that's her name, she's fucking terrible. The script is bad, and she cannot direct a performance for the life of her. And she would cut in the middle of a take, which is something I never do because I feel like that's like ruining the. I mean, you can do that. You have the power to do that, except people shouldn't do that because it kind of ruins the actor's kind of tone and everything they kind of built up in that scene. And she also doesn't know how to give good instructions. But I was randomly pulled into this office room to help refill a cup of water. She's like, refill the water now. And I'm like, I don't have anything. So I just grabbed a water bottle. I was quick with it. And then, yeah, mostly that's done. And then I'm just chatting with, like, the crew. So I thought Natalie, the Hong Konger girl, would be here. Turns out she literally just went back to Hong Kong. So unfortunately, I won't be seeing her. And then there's this other Japanese guy. For a moment, I thought he's just Japanese American. But no, he is actually Japanese. He's from Nagoya. And I talked with him a lot. He's a big fan of Wong Kar-wai. He's really into film, ambitious guy. So yeah, there's that. Talked a lot with him. Pretty cool. And and then I think that's pretty much it. It was nice though. It was very chill. So at around 1:30 p.m., me and the PD, his name is also Justin, which is crazy. He's like a 7th Justin I've known. He drove me 20 minutes away from Playa Vista to South Central LA to Studioism. That studio, right? That studio. We went over there for about 3 hours to help set up the location for the next day. You know, lay down some grass, set up some grass balls, moss balls, and yeah, sort of like chill and have our own lunch. We had McDonald's. And I also had coffee earlier, and then I had Coca-Cola. I rarely drink 2 drinks a day. I fucking need that shit today. I'm dying. But yeah, that was fine. I was just so exhausted. And then we returned to the LMU main campus at around 6 p.m. And in this cozy little sort of like math classroom, lecture hall, hallway area thing. And it's really nice. Lots of space to chill. And for the most part, there's not a lot of PDing. So aside from this little name card thing, which was kind of fun, I had very good handwriting. And there's this American, well, to be fair, she's like born in Germany, but there's this actress, and she's like, oh, your handwriting's even better than mine. Okay, anyways, for the most part, in the second half of the day, it's just me chatting with Potter. And, you know, talking to Potter has always been fun. And seeing how Potter's idea of the world has changed since, like, 2022, you know. Potter now talks about CSUN and how when he came into CSUN, it's full of these like flaming Latinas, and because the valley is hot, so there's always sweating. So flaming, sweaty Latinas that's not wearing a lot of clothes, has tattoos, and gold piercings. And that's exactly Potter's type, and Potter's been gushing to me about it. And he thought it felt exotic, like he's in Egypt. And I started thinking about how different campuses feel like different countries. Like USC feel like Germany. It feels like a European village, like Germany or France. And I showed Potter some photos, and Potter's like, holy shit, it does. And then I compare LMU to Norway or like Antarctica. It has that cold, isolated feel to it. But it's just very interesting. But the whole time I was just like pondering about my own romantic life, which I'm gonna add a little bit later. But yeah, definitely a little bit of contemplation. Hold on. Okay, anyways, yeah. But anyways, shoot ended a little early, and we took a long ass time to wrap. And after wrapping, because Pepper's driving me home, and Pepper's a producer, and she has to be the last one to leave. So she left really late with another Hong Konger guy whom I've never met before. His name is Elian, and then this other, the Japanese Ko is his name. And then we just wrap things up, and as it turns out, we need to go back to Playa Vista because we still have things to wrap up there. So we're like, fine, fuck it. So we went there, and then I did that, and that's when I started becoming like kind of delirious and or just dizzy and lightheaded. And also the PD guy, at some point he just switches full on English mode with me. He stopped speaking Mandarin to me, which is kind of sad. But I guess it makes if it's helpful, if it's more helpful, then so be it. But yeah, I helped wrap stuff up at Playa Vista, and then I was so tired, I just wanted to go home. So Pepper drove me home. I returned home at 10:50. Yeah, and I've been productive. I finished the Smashing Machine, and I just edited a movie review. Couple things. When Pepper drove me home, again, it's so crazy that it's been so long since I've seen her, and now she's driving, and she also has a boyfriend. She moved to Glendale, so last I know, she lives next to LMU. She graduated like half a year ago, and she's moved to Glendale, where her boyfriend lives, and she also got the car from her boyfriend. And she talks about her boyfriend. She doesn't talk a lot, and I don't want to ask too much, but it's just like she's just such a stable. I don't want to compare her to Natalie. She's so different, but it's a little bit like Natalie, where Natalie's like, oh, I have a boyfriend now, I have a job, and it's stable, my life is normal. That's what Pepper's doing. I asked Pepper about visa, and she kind of has a plan, but not that great of a plan, but she's working for a vertical company now. She's going places. And I just feel like, damn, again, I'm 23, haven't had a relationship, haven't had a real job, don't drive, haven't been in a fist fight. Like, I just cannot for the life of me live like a normal person, right? I just cannot. I may have directed 12 films, and most people I know don't. But somehow I just cannot do other normal shit. And that brings me to just like my romantic life again. I don't know if it's just like fucked up that I'm losing romantic feelings. I'm like losing the ability to like people. With Audrey, the Asian girl, I think I am trying a little too hard. I think before I even like shut myself away from, after the Little Tokyo incident with Jiren, before the Little Tokyo incident, I already had an inkling that me and Jiren will not work out. So I told Audrey, Audrey wanted to sit with me, and I thought it would be a nice temporary thing to fill in the hole. But maybe Audrey's nice. She is good looking, I guess. She's cute. She's nice to me. She never seems like she's a threat to me. And we are into movies. And we are in the same classes together. Or just the one class. That on paper seems great. I just cannot help myself to like her in a deeper sense, And I feel like if she likes me in a deeper sense, she would have texted me more, like voluntarily. She doesn't do that either, though. And I don't have the energy to voluntarily text her all the fucking time. So and then a couple days ago and yesterday, I'm just like, maybe I'm the cold, icy monster. Maybe I'm just unfeeling and boring, and I just cannot love normally anymore. Something's wrong with me. My dopamine receptors are not working. But truly today, I think I'm also kind of accepting that she's just like the opposite of my type. No matter how hard I try to like her, I just cannot, right? it's sad. Maybe next semester I'll like someone else, but I feel like it always creeps up on you. Like, I never expected myself to like Jayun. She's kind of like in this spur of the moment. And you know, Jayun is everything that Audrey isn't. Like, Jayun's very extroverted. Audrey is very introverted. Jayun is unpredictable. Jayun is aggressive. Jayun sticks her tongue out when she takes photos of herself. Jayun is busy. She seems like she's important. She has higher calling, you know. She's very ambitious, has a strong vision, you know. And it's just fucking different, you know. I and Jayun could talk about breakfast, and I and Audrey could talk about breakfast. But me and Jayun, there would be this tension, at least for me. And with Audrey, it's just me stating facts and ideas, and it's cold and bland. So maybe it's not exactly my fault, but I also hate that I have this fetish for complicated women, I guess. I just kind of hate that. But yeah, it's just really sad. And Aoba also has a boyfriend now. I think Potter still has the same girlfriend. I just cannot for the life of me love people. But then again, it's so easy for me to think that I'm the unloving freak. I have no emotions. And partially it's true. Partially I have less feelings. I'm less capable of feeling things than a normal human being, I feel like. I feel like that's true. But I think it's also just me being unlucky, and the fact that my type is dangerous woman, which of course never turns out well. Like, I mentioned Sunny today, Sunny Kong from Click to View, and she's like 19 billion times more interesting than Audrey. But I also recognize that she is a legitimately dangerous person, and if I get too close to her, I'll just get torn apart. Which seems really cool 5 years ago, but maybe not now. I showed her profile picture to Potter, and Potter's like, she's probably doing coke. And maybe that's true, and she's nice to me, but Jesus Christ, you know? So, I'm just gonna end the video at that. I am a freak, and I am cold. That's the truth, baby. That's the truth. Okay, it's 7:29 a.m. on December 14th. Yeah. I went to bed at 3:25 a.m. Holy shit. I didn't immediately fall asleep, but, still, I tried. And then, yeah, I woke up at around 7:15. So, yeah, it's still less than 4 hours, which is really fucking bad, but, I'm sleeping earlier and earlier and earlier at least. Fuck. When I woke up just now, I legit thought that I'm already done with 2 days of shooting, and it's a false alarm and I should go back to sleep. But no, it's not. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. I don't want to wake up. But it's the last day. Tomorrow I can sleep. So yeah. So, just gotta survive today, and then my sleep deprivation will be done. Oh my god. Yeah, just one more day. Jesus Christ. Bro.
Jonathan. Oh, Jake.
Wait, you know?
I think. Wait, was that a previous cohort? They were having a Q&A afterwards. I like how they didn't ask me, even though he knew I was there.
I look weird in those photos. And then when Jake got into USC, Carrasco was like, don't let USC corrupt you.
What does it even mean?
Yeah.
Corrupt you?
Yeah, I met this other Armenian girl. I don't know if you know her. She's best friends with Anna, and her name is Seda. And
Seda what?
Papazian. And she's talking about how when she got into USC, Carrasco took her outside and said, "You only got accepted into USC because you're a woman and you're Armenian."
Are you for real? Are you for real?
It's so crazy. Carrasco's actually crazy.
Because you're a woman?
I can't believe he said that.
No wonder they kicked him out of the USC program, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. He claimed he's like,
a menace.
oh, I quit.
No, they kicked him out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they kicked him out.
Like when he was on a sabbatical at SMC, they sent him on a sabbatical.
I know. I heard the rumor was because he wanted to sleep with one of his students.
Oh, that's a crazy. That's so crazy.
I'm like, do it after. You know, wait until they're out, right? If you really must.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't he
do it
married
right
too?
now?
Yeah, he's married. He has like 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Juan, Sebastian.
Actually,
and,
5 is
Cassandra.
John Carly.
Oh, what the heck? The Carly seems like she's doing really well in
She
UCLA.
finished UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems like she's doing really well. I saw her like posting photos of her like on set and
Mm.
stuff.
You know who I worked with maybe like 2 years ago? Red.
Hmm?
I was on one of his sets. He
Oh,
was
what?
directing this little sketch and I was acting for him.
That's so cool.
That was super fun.
How was Red?
I wanna call him because I haven't heard from him in a while.
I saw him. He was at the premiere for Ed
Yeah.
Levine.
Oh, it was?
I'm surprised Bree showed up.
Really went?
Rewind, yeah.
I thought she's in New York.
No, she's in LA, but she goes back and forth. Yeah, she actually lives like really close to my job.
Oh.
So I've seen her at the museum I was at.
So she works here and in New York?
I usually like go to New York for like vacation.
Hmm.
I think that might be where her boyfriend's from.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised Bree showed up. And Eric and Nick was there too. I haven't seen them in a long time.
We went to go eat afterwards. Nick's birthday's coming up.
Oh.
We want to go to Korean barbecue.
Oh, when?
They come in the 20th of this month.
Oh, okay. We'll see. Maybe I'll go. If it's Koreatown, it's not far from me.
I mean, right now I'll just come pick you up.
Yeah. Yeah, I and Tova, we were like editing the documentary, like at the end of the Thanksgiving break, and we're just like looking at photos and laughing, and then we're like, "Yo, we should like send this to like everyone," and I'm like, "Maybe," and Tova's like, "Yeah, put it on Discord, and then take it down after 10 minutes." So I'm like, "Fine."
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and then I'm like, "Okay, fine," and then Tova's like, "No, wait, don't
Dude,
delete
no one
it yet."
even like the only reason why I haven't left that chat is just because I'm too lazy to go into the settings and leave it.
Yeah. Same. It's so crazy. We're like turning the whole thing into a montage because we realize there's too much footage. And then like I'm making like the editing really choppy so that like the stuff we say form one sentence together.
That night was okay.
But yeah. It's been so long though.
It's been so long since Ends and Means that it's like
But at this point, I feel like we just gotta let it go. Like,
I thought I had 3.
oh,
but
thank
I only had
you.
2. You want one?
I have one. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean at this point I've gone through like USC. I've met all these people. It's like Ends and Means doesn't even feel that important.
Honestly, no.
But it's like we still have to finish the documentary. We have to finish what we started.
The only reason why I feel semi like important, at least for me, is just because it's still the only project, like official project that I've DP'd.
Mhm.
So like I have nothing else to compare it to.
Right.
But I feel like I've gotten way more experience just in general on film sets. So it's like
Yeah.
I basically take that into consideration whenever like some shit is going wrong on a set or things are like just really frustrating.
We should let him DP one of the music videos.
Yeah.
So working on music videos.
So I recently released like some music
Yeah.
over like October, November,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking with Mike and Patrick.
Oh, I haven't seen
about,
him in
like,
so
doing
long.
you know, like music videos for all of them, just like to have material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can have this, like a discussion.
Send me the music so I can listen to it.
All right, sounds good.
Actually, speaking of which, I need to put up that little project I've been working on.
Oh,
This one's coming out in
Yeah, but he
October.
said he wants to like
Crazy.
do weekends, right? So he can come and
Everyone's
stay at your
making
place
music.
maybe, and we can shoot over the weekend while he's here, right? And then one project
It's very much like
when he's
90s
not around, we
hip
can
hop.
have him
It's
instead.
fire.
I like that.
Like the first
Switching roles. or
the first
that kind of-
song on the project, I literally just
So
called
that
it
Patrick
Snatch.
maybe can get like a
Right,
directing
after,
credit
like,
for
the
one of
movie.
them and
So
Wait.
just like look at the montage of that movie.
Did you play it for me like during Anime Expo? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I've added like a couple more tracks.
Okay.
I think I played 2 projects for you. I played the one that was like more electronic,
Yeah.
like the hip hop one, and then the one that was like very aggressive industrial. Like, rap. That one is like I don't know what I want to do with the second one.
No.
So I make music too, and I showed Enoch the rough drafts of this project that I've been working on, and so it's supposed to come out in October, but I've just been very busy with school, and then I had some other shit happen.
what genre? What kind of style?
The first project that is like pretty much done at this point is more like electronic, so it's like very UK electronic, like house,
Yeah.
you know, drum and bass,
Copy. That's cool.
you know, trip hop esque.
Oh yeah, I love
And
that.
then the second one, I started making rap beats because I used to be in a rap group before I started going to college again. So I was in that for like 5 years, and I used to be one of the producers. So I started making like
beats.
rap beats again,
Yeah.
but I made them like they're very industrial and aggressive, right? So I was playing Enoch some of them during the summer break, and he was like, "Wow, this is very reminiscent of like Death Grips, right?" Is this what you said?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
Like almost dubstep, like kind of like that, kind of like aggressive,
Not quite dubstep, but like yeah, very.
like gangster rap, like old school, like Tupac or
No, I would say
play, yeah.
no. I would say it's like definitely more alternative as far as like
Like
some of the rap.
industrial, like with all those kind of sound. They're like,
Like, do you know like JPEG Mafia?
okay, yeah,
that, yeah,
okay,
like
all
that.
right, yeah.
Sure, hip hop.
Uh,
Top 5 artists according to Spotify.
Yeah,
JPEG
sure,
Mafia.
yeah. For me was Hoyo Mix.
Didn't they do the Genshin Impact soundtrack?
Exactly, they do all those soundtracks. Hoyo Mix is number 1. Let me see if I have the. The recap. I think I downloaded like the recap.
like so this is one of the guys who used to be in the rap group I was in.
Down. Oh, you're down.
Oh, I'm number 5.
Yeah, you're just so.
Oh. Dio, coach?
Yeah.
I'm number 5. Yeah, these two, number 2 and number 4 are Italian.
Okay.
They're Italian. And then 3 is EDM, M-Rod. If you know, like, check it out. And then I have, for the songs, I have...
Oh, I like Magdalene.
Madalena Bay. So fucking lit. And then Honkai Star Rail, the album. And I am number 3. Right, go for it.
So this is one of the guy. These are more like rock. So I did production on this.
Is the guitar real? Like, did
Yeah.
you record it?
Yeah, it's real. Granted, like I did not know how to play guitar very well back then, so this is really shitty.
But it's giving the vibe though, right? Like, it doesn't.
And then it changed it more.
This feels like very soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
like a nice drama movie.
We recorded this all on his iPhone using GarageBand.
No freaking way.
So all the vocals is just him recording it directly to the phone.
Uh-huh. Well, nowadays, like, these microphones are insanely good.
I think his vocals like, oh yeah.
Well, you know, if you download Premiere Pro for your iPhone, it has like all the AI stuff.
I
for...
didn't know Premiere Pro could be for us.
Yeah. And it has like all the tools for like creating the like extracting audio. Like he has like the noisers, AI stuff for like isolating shit. It's insane. So like, you know, if you record it, let's say in an interior that is kind of noisy, you can still like, you know,
Save it a bit.
yeah.
This was like something more recent that I did. That was this one. I got it.
I love it.
That's the singer. They like push the vocals.
Hey, that's like Evanescence kind of style. I love Evanescence.
Like, so this is like two songs put together. I don't want to export it.
So you,
Oh, this was another one they did.
oh, this is the, I was about to say, where are the drums?
Yeah, there's another song.
Oh,
So again, this is like more grunge.
yeah, that sounds like UK, like underground. So you produced it, so you recorded everything and mixed it, and
So the first like half, so those are two separate songs. The first one I did guitar, and then I did the vocal mixing as far as like what effects to use, you know, just mixing the individual tracks themselves. Second one I did drums and I did the vocal mixing.
so did the drums, like you actually had it in the studio,
No.
or you just computer?
No, I just made it
Okay.
like the pattern.
What did you use?
I use mainly FL Studio.
Okay.
I think the other one's like a bit more aggressive. I think it's this one. This one I didn't do guitar.
You did it.
No. I did drums and I did the vocal mixing.
Is it spicy? Yours?
A little bit. Yeah.
It was spicy, right? Yeah.
Is
I'm
yours
still
spicy?
feeling it here.
How about? Is it too spicy for you?
Not too spicy, but it is like my mouth. And the drums are fake, like these digital stuff.
Yeah.
Damn. But they're using samples, like real samples, right?
So what I
This
have,
sounds so good.
so I have a lot of different drum packs at this point that I just collected over time. And so what I do is I'll do where I'll route a lot of the drums to the same channel,
Yep.
and then I'll put like distortion, whatnot, compression.
Yep.
And then what I'll do is I'll sidechain it to another channel so that it boosts the signal even more.
Yeah.
And then I'll add like whatever other effects. So I want the distortion to be clean on one channel, and then I add like add the reverb or delay.
Basically, like kind of like parallel compression kind of thing.
Yeah, like that. So that's how I get like the drums to be punchy. And then what I do is I add a limiter to the original track.
Yeah.
And so, and so that way, when it starts peaking, it's just like a hard wall.
Yeah.
And so when it gets routed to the secondary mixer channel, because that's coming from the first one, it just will get clipped at the same level.
Got it. Good. No,
So
it's legit. Sounds pretty good.
And then I think there's another one.
I like the bass for this.
Yeah,
Did you play the bass too?
I did the bass.
Nice.
But that was like MIDI. I did a keyboard. Yeah.
The vocals are great. What is in the background? Another guitar?
It's guitar, the bass that's the saw wave, but it's also being distorted and clipped with a hard compression.
Got it.
And then we did 4 vocal layers.
Okay.
And I had one hard left, hard right, and then had two
Two in the
left.
center?
Yeah.
Right. Good job, good job.
This was like the favorite one, like my favorite.
I actually need water. Oh yeah, I got water.
Yeah.
And then there's one I But the main thing is like then you get
他如果在咱 I forgot how to write it. We're talking about AI. I was like, people are dumb enough to like just write the whole thing and submit it, and you get caught no matter what.
No, that's kind of
I was like, that's the dumbest way of ruining yourself. It's like,
Yeah, for sure. Oh, thank you so much. So, for example, for this track, I had like yeah. So when this bass kicks in, like I don't know if you can like perceive it there, but it's just like very low frequency, very round. Yeah, you feel it? It's
Or
like
they're
it's far
playing
from the
music
horizon, but
here,
you
like-
still can
like we're in a
right?
mall or
It's like,
hotel.
yeah,
or
it's
something.
there.
It's punchy enough where even on the
jazz
small
going on.
speakers, you're
It's
still
like
able
Disneyland.
to perceive it and hear it.
And
Okay, I feel like I have fever right now. This place is fucking scary.
And so I step in. Navid is the production teacher and also the lead teacher.
Okay, time now is 1:23 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. I'm not in a very good place right now, because I think I have fever right now, and I just feel really cold, really tired. I literally just fell asleep on my chair like 5 times, so it's really unhealthy at this point. I think I'm basically narcoleptic right now. Quick rundown of what happened today. Yeah, this morning I felt terrible. I don't know why. I guess I know why, because I don't sleep enough. But today I slept for 4 hours instead of like 3, and I thought that would make it a bit of an upgrade. But no, it just makes things worse. I woke up and changed, and I got into Pepper's car, and then I told Pepper I'm gonna go take a nap. And I kind of just closed my eyes, but I didn't really take a nap. We arrived at the film location at South Central, and holy fuck, when I arrived at this film set, I felt dizzy, I felt really cold, and I felt slow. I couldn't move fast at all. And I thought it's just sleep deprivation because I just didn't sleep enough, but the whole day I was feeling dizzy, and the migraine sort of kept going. So yeah, Theo showed up. I haven't seen the guy in 2.5 years. I believe the last time I've seen him was literally the quote-unquote graduation of my community college, which, you know, is actually a long fucking time ago. I think it's April 2024, which is actually not 2.5 years ago. That's more like 1.5. But still, or no, it's like May or June 2024, something like that. When did that happen? I forgot. No, I thought, actually, maybe it's like right before I went back to Hong Kong for the gap semester. So maybe it was indeed like sometime in 2023. I don't really know. Hold on. Okay, it's June 11th, 2024. So, yeah, 1.5 years since I've seen Theo, which is quite some time. And, yeah, it's just shocking that I know he's going to be here because of the call sheet, but it's just like a little surreal to see him again. And, yeah, you know, we got along, we hugged and everything, we talked, and, you know, it was nice and everything, but definitely, you know, keeping a little distance. Also, I feel like Theo had never seen me, like, actually be serious on set, so I was trying to maintain a professional capacity today, which I unfortunately couldn't because I'm just so fucking tired. Yeah, so the PD came, and I thought the PD would be simple because we set up most of the stuff already. Turns out we're far from close. We had to do several things, like build a table and cut up blocks of foam so that we could stab flowers into it, and it turns out we didn't even need to do that. And then the most messy and demanding part of it all is the giant ball of fake cloud above the protagonist. And to do that, there's a cardboard box laced, glued together with fake cotton, and on top of the box is a hook. And the original idea is to use 4 pieces of long string and hook the hook, and then paste, and then sort of hook it on top, hook it on 4 hooks which are stuck on the ceiling. That is very impractical. I tried that shit. First of all, the strings entangle. Second of all, the hooks are not powerful enough. I can directly stick the hook onto the ceiling, but the PD is like, no, you can't, because it's, you know, we're going to ruin the ceiling, which is not true. We did not, but I guess for safety, we had to put a layer of paper tape on top of the tape hook. And by doing that, we kind of ruined it, because now suddenly it's more about taping onto paper tape than on actual material, and the paper tape is not strong enough, so now it's falling off. The string is weak, so the string snapped. It was a fucking nightmare. and then I needed more help. More people came to help me, and it was still to no fruition. And then later, the DP came to help me himself, and we came up with a solution of just hanging the strings from the loosened screws off of the ceiling. So there's that. And then the rest of the film set today, I was just trying to sleep on the little couch outside. I just tried to fall asleep there. Okay, yeah, Alba was there, Jonathan was there, which is cool, but I was just trying to sleep, and I was so tired, and I was so dizzy, and the migraine's still going. I was like, yeah, I don't know how much I can work. Lunch came along, and it's kava, which I'm a little bit, I've had kava too many times, but it's fine, Me, Alba, Jonathan, and Theo sat together outside, and we ate the food together. A little reunion, I would have to admit. Yeah, and then after lunch, I'm still trying to fucking fall asleep on that couch. And I'm also trying to write my David Lynch paper, which is due tomorrow night, I believe. But yeah, it's just, it's tough. And so I thought that at 4:30-ish, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna take a bus to USC, so that at around 6:30 p.m. I'm going to catch the P3 screenings. I didn't end up leaving until 5:30 p.m. and I felt kind of bad for leaving them behind, but then at the same time, it's very clear that something's wrong with my body. Like, maybe I haven't slept so much, like I'm so sleep deprived that I'm genuinely showing symptoms of like sickness. Like I'm fucking sick. Yeah, and yeah, I just don't really have much to do after lunch. So at 5:30 p.m. I left, and in the middle of the cold, empty, stinky South Central LA, I took 2 buses to the USC campus, which took about 40 something, maybe 50 minutes, which is not that bad. And then I arrived at Norris Theater, and when I was waiting for the bus, that's when I realized my eyes feel hot, my head feels heavy, and my fingers and my legs are cold as fuck. I think I have a fever. And I'm like, yes, I probably do. So, but like, I could just go home and immediately sleep, but I decided not to because I'm a fucking warrior. So I just like walked over to Norris Theater, and I saw K-Shay, I saw Ethan Kwan, and then I saw the whole Click to View gang with like Rachel Shin and Riley, and I decided to sit with the Click to View gang for the P1, and I saw Anya's dad, Anya and Rachel's dad, and that was interesting. Yeah, we watched P1, and maybe, I don't know if it's because I have a fever and I feel like shit, or maybe it's because it actually feels like that, but today's 310 screenings have, the atmosphere is kind of bad. Like, not, usually 310 is like full house, like the entire Norris is packed. Today, there are more empty seats, and there's this entire notion that, like, everyone's super tired and freaked out. Yeah, so P1 is okay. It started off with Sienna Barker's short film. I remember her telling me about how she wanted to make a Western, and I thought that was really interesting, and as much as I support her, man, that was shit. Like, Ethan Kwan edited it, and the editing is bad. It's choppy. Sometimes some shots are, like, out of focus. And the story is just so mid. Like, nothing happens. It's not really a Western. They just wake up in a saloon, and there's an awkward encounter, and it's, like, maybe funny, maybe it's not funny. Like, I don't know. It just did not go anywhere. And there's this other film where it's, like, about a guy who might be in love or is breaking up with another girl, but is actually thirsting over another black guy, but maybe it's just a friendship, and it's like this super choppy, like, confusing film where it's just the guy narrating, like, voiceover, I still dream about you, I still miss you, blah blah blah, for 6 minutes straight. It was so long, and it was so confusing. I was genuinely baffled by how bad it is. It's poorly shot, poorly edited, and it's probably the worst 310 I've ever seen. But then the highlights start coming. First off, we have Rada Tutu by Fin Liu, which is something that I really wanted to see, and it's great. It's a great short film, very quick. I wish it's funnier and zanier, but aside from that, it's unserious. It's a movie about three rats trying to trying to steal cheese in a heist, but the youngest rat secretly wants to be a ballerina. And yeah, Fin Liu's speech was a bunch of puns with cheese, like, I disagree, but I think we all did a good job, something like that. And it's really funny, she's really cartoonish, she's really representing herself. There's some dumb animation in that film as well, which I thought was kind of funny. And then Anya's film, so I was quite excited because Anya's like cool and edgy and artsy, but the film, it's just mostly talking. It's just two girls talking really seriously. And surprisingly, one of the girls is Gracie, who was in Pit, the LMU short. But yeah, it's still cool, I guess. Very good color grading. I was just not compelled by the story, not really. So that's P1, and then P1 ended with like Antoine Fuqua's son, except his son made a short film about a white guy, which is already a red flag. Like, you're literally the son of one of the most important black directors working today, and it's about this white guy who like talks to himself and he goes insane and he's suicidal, which is like, ooh, this stranger turns out it's me. It's like such a fucking cliche. And then we screened the yellow section, and holy fuck, it's so bad. I did not know. I know USC is supposed to be the greatest film school in the world, but watching these 6 films, I start to question that. Because these 6 films are so bad. It's baffling. It's shocking. I was just like surprised by how bad they are. And also the teacher, the professor hosting that section screening is this German woman, Petra Hafter, who has a thick German accent and is clearly like a horrifying person, or at least an annoying person that you would want to avoid. Now let's see the trio come out, please. You know, stuff like that. And it's so dumb, the thing she says. And she wouldn't be able to pronounce some names, and she would just say second name. And everyone's like laughing. It's already surreal that way. But yeah, the P3 screenings, the yellow screenings are fucking terrible. The first short film is like this bar, and everything looks really colorful and diffused because of course. And it's like this girl meeting a stranger, and of course at the end of the film we learn that the stranger is her dad, because that happens all the time. And then Eris Baker's music video came on, and I was like shook, because the music video is really dumb. I mean, it looks good, but it's about a guy thirsting over a girl and like daydreaming. They went into a club, and there's all these shots of like the girl half naked on a Lamborghini throwing money at the camera, and there are kids watching this short film, so I don't know what the fuck is that. And then Eris Baker showed up, and neither of her trio mates showed up, which is major drama. People didn't clap for her, and her speech was super short. Her speech was just like, thank you to everyone, I love making music videos, yay, and then she just left. And by left, I mean literally left Norris. Like, at the end of the screening, she's not even here. Which is disappointing, because I wanted to speak to her. But, yeah, I cannot believe that I worked on a fake 310 by Eris Baker, and turns out she's one of the most hated students here, which is hilarious. And then there's this other short film about a kid meets into another girl kid, and they just say fuck, fuck, fuck again and again, and then at the end of the film the girl gives the main character like drugs, like a pill, which has nothing to do with the story, and it's like, edited so weird. Like, it's this heartwarming story, but it's edited like it's Whiplash. Turns out the editor slash producer is Haley something. Haley Armentrout, the same girl who made the fancy play overture thing last during P2. And I see it now. It's the same editing style, but holy shit, it just does not work at all. And what is this ending? What is the story? I don't know what's the story. I don't know what's happening. And again, it's like trying to be serious and tender, but at the same time it's like funny, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, because sometimes it's so dumb it's funny. Speaking of so dumb it's funny, another film was about a guy who wants to confess to a girl but couldn't, but he slips up and does it anyways, and the girl's like, why didn't you tell me earlier? And then they dance and they fall in love. It's one of the stupidest things I've seen all night, and people were laughing all the way. And again, it's like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be funny or not, but it's just literally just like cringe, like some anime cringe. And then another film, Nobert Otieno's film, is about this black guy who like wants to make electronic music, but his dad doesn't want him to. He goes to a party, and again, it's like the fakest party ever. There's 6 people in this party, and every single shot looks like the red blue Obama poster. And then the main actress is Vivian Ishida, whom I've worked with before, and who is like maybe his music agent, maybe just his friend, maybe a lover, I don't know. And then yeah, there's like a JoJo reference in there. There's like a weird fight scene that didn't really happen. But I guess as far as good films go, I guess this might be the best one out of the section, because all the other ones are just horrible. And then what else? There's probably another film in there that's like so bad, it's like, I just cannot believe that they're making movies like this. And then the German woman just talking, and then like her mic didn't turn on. It's like ridiculous. It felt like a fever dream. So yeah, after that, people left. Like Daniel Pan and Andrew Wu, they were like, we're gonna leave. And I don't know, I wanted to stay, but then at the same time, I'm too tired, and my brain is literally melting. So maybe I should leave. So I ended up leaving. But I felt kind of bad. I have a little FOMO. I want to know what goes on in Green, and I also know Colin produced one of the films. Yeah, I ended up leaving, walking. But when I called a free lift with Andrew Wu outside of Icon Plaza, which is where Andrew Wu lives, instead of directly going back home, I actually went back to campus and I walked back to Norris Theater. But instead of watching a film, I just found a Green pamphlet and then I left, because I just want to know what film am I missing out on. But yeah, Colin is the only person I know anyways in that entire lineup. Yeah, so I just went back home and super tired, and took a shower and measured my mouth with a thermometer, and those cheap thermometers aren't really accurate, so I don't know, but I do think I have some kind of fever, and I can't wait to just sleep and sleep and sleep tomorrow. Yeah, it's also kind of crazy. I guess today with a 3:10 screening, it's kind of like my last school day, except not really. Yeah. I also texted Audrey, the Waving girl, because I suddenly realized, oh yeah, it's the 14th, and Audrey's flying to China today. So I just texted her, I'm like, I don't know if you've flown yet, but safe flight and have fun in China. And she's like, lol, yeah, I'm actively waiting for the plane to depart. Have fun in Seattle too, and that's it. I get the feeling that Audrey doesn't actually want to speak to me that much, because she never initiates a conversation with me. And I think that's okay. I think my verdict on what to do now is Audrey is just not my type at all, and I'm just beating myself in the ass if I try to force myself to like her that way. I'd like to maintain this friendship, but really there's no point in pushing something that isn't there. So yeah, but it's good. It's a nice gesture to say goodbye to her, you know, before she heads over to China. Yeah, I just had noodles, and then I just fell asleep on my chair. It's crazy. I think usually at night I have like a lot to do, but now I have no energy to do anything, and I just wanna. I'm probably gonna watch some anime and then I'll go to bed. Yeah. Okay, time now is 1:41 p.m. On December 15th. I look terrible. Oh my god. I had a very fucking good sleep. I slept from like 3:40 a.m. to like 1:30. And I feel really hot right now. I don't feel cold at all, actually. I'm like sweating. But I feel so weak. Like my throat is hurting. And I don't know, I still feel feverish. I still feel kind of sick, so I don't really know. I hope this ends soon because yeah. But today is probably gonna be the last day I'll have to deal with school. Because I'm submitting my Lynch paper today, which I'm a little bit scared of because I have a whole ass paper to write. I only wrote like 2 paragraphs yesterday, and I mean I couldn't write that much yesterday because I was fucking tired and sick. Yeah, I'm also gonna try to be as productive as possible because even though it's like, oh great, school is over, I still have so much else to do, like so many canned vlogs, college update videos, so many movies to watch, so many music to listen to before I make my year-end list, which by the way, we're already halfway through December, so I gotta speed up with those things. And yeah, tonight I'm probably gonna head out to SCA to see Imperfect Us, if I'm not so sick, that is. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Ugh. Why am I sweating? Jesus Christ. Oh, god damn it. Okay, hold on. Time now is 2:37 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it's hella late, and, today felt really short. Today felt, I think, during Thanksgiving, every single day felt really short because I slept a lot, and today I feel like that's the case. I slept for 10 hours, so after I woke up, I didn't really have time to do anything. I actually planned to do a lot. I planned to watch a lot of shit. I planned to watch Andrei Rublev, the 3-hour film. If I start that film now, I won't be done until 5:30 a.m. in the fucking morning. Yeah, I think my fever's still here. After I woke up, I felt really bad, felt really tired. I have a sore throat. I think it's even worse than yesterday. But yeah, I'm managing. I took some of the Japanese pills over there. And yeah, I didn't really do much today either. I just filmed 3 reviews and that's it. Very unproductive. I also feel like I can't hear well. Like, I feel like something's wrong with just like my entire head. Like, my ears connected to my nose and my throat is just like, the whole thing is just a little fucked up right now. I also get these like hot sweats, like or like cold sweat. I guess this is kind of cold sweat. I'm kind of sweating. Sometimes I feel really cold, sometimes I'm just sweating. Yeah, the only thing I did outside was sometime around 6:30 p.m. I left. I took a bus to school, went to North Theater, and I watched a bunch of thesis films, a bunch of 581s. And I was surprised because I thought all of them are going to be virtual production. I thought it would be a screening for all virtual productions, but turns out they're all like actual master theses. And I sat down, I sat alone, and then Christian joined me right before They screened Imperfect Us, which is a short film I worked on. And holy shit, I was quite surprised by how average all the films were. Like, maybe it's because I'm tired and I'm having a fever, but all of the movies feel like the same movie. They all have the same story, but with different characters and different settings. But they're all just, like, kind of the same thing. Like, a troubling relationship drama, that just kind of gets resolved at some point. Like, some weird shit happens. And they're all just kind of the same thing. And none of them are memorable. And then Imperfect Us was fine. Honestly, I don't really understand what happens in Imperfect Us. I only understand because I read the script and I worked on it. I was also an extra. Yeah, after the screenings, I wanted to see if other people would be there, but turns out no one else is there, other than CC, the producer, and Daisy, the director. And I also saw Bella, who worked on that for a little bit, but I didn't say hi. I also saw Arwen, but didn't say hi either. And then, yeah, me and Christian, we just left. We just walked and we talked a little bit. Christian talked about how, you know, he's still kind of just very dead and tired and exhausted from film, and he's asking me if I'm feeling the same way, like if I'm at a crossroad. And I'm like, not really. I'm still into film. I still want to do filmmaking. But, like, you know, things will change. And, by that I mean, you know, next semester I'll be on less sets, and I'll probably try to pick out good scripts that I actually care about. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I went back home, and then I had dinner, and I was already so exhausted, but of course the moment I wanted to have dinner, my roommate, Mary, and her friend had to show up and start talking and yapping, and I have no energy to deal with people. But Mary started talking to me, and it's the third time she asked me where I'm from, and she said, "I know you're from China, but where are you really from?" And I'm just like, well, I'm anywhere but from China. Like, where I'm from, people don't like to be called Chinese. And then I eventually revealed Hong Kong, and her friend also tried to guess. And I revealed Hong Kong, and then they were like, what? Hong Kong is not China? Hong Kongers don't like, people from Hong Kong don't like being called Chinese? And I'm like, yeah, haven't you seen the news? And then I explained that Hong Kong was a British colony, and they were like, especially Mary was like, I had no idea. How am I supposed to know that? I'm not from there. Which is really surprising, because most people I've met, when I mention Hong Kong, knows about that. It's so crazy how Americans live in a bubble sometimes. And yeah, a little bit before that, she said, Mary and her ADHD talk, I guess. Mary loves asking really intrusive questions that I don't really want to answer. Mary was like, oh, you know, the other day, the guest you brought, you know, what did you do on the couch? Was it nice? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's nothing. We just watch movies and that's it. And she's like, really? I thought you guys did something more on this couch. Probably referring to me and Audrey, and she probably thought we fucked on the couch or something. But far from that. Far from that. And honestly, I'm tired of being embarrassed by my lack of romantic life. So I just told Mary, my life is more depressing than you think. And then she kind of laughed and chuckled a little bit. And maybe she thought I was joking, like, haha, my life is sad, lol, LMAO, XD. But no, I'm fucking serious. My life is depressing. I'm sad. I'm depressed. And I'm not fucking kidding, man. I'm not. Just because I am with someone of the opposite gender doesn't mean I will fuck her. Doesn't mean we will be suddenly, while watching a movie, suddenly decide to take off our clothes and fuck. Maybe you do that. Maybe the rest of the world does that. But I don't. Because the truth is, I live in a different reality than the rest of the world. people, normal people with common sense, may see a couple and be like, aha, I guess they are fucking. Well, I guess I'm not that kind of people because I'm not everyone else. And yeah, I don't fucking know. I went back to my room and I started walking around, I started pacing around, and I'm really thinking to myself, like, I don't know. These feelings are coming back. I hate that we're pretty much at the end of 2025, and, you know, the whole Jiren thing, and then Audrey, the fact that I just cannot develop any feelings for Audrey. I don't even fuck. I don't even kiss. I don't even hold hands. There's something genuinely wrong with me. And, I don't know. I just wanna... Again, love is just such a fucking burden. It's just so exhausting. I hate love. I hate human feelings. And I also hate that everyone else have no trouble doing this, and I'm the only one who does, you know? I hate that. I hate that I'm a freak. I'm a freak because I don't fuck. That makes me a freak. And again, I don't know if I'm on the Aro A spectrum or not. I went to Reddit r/Aro Ace and I typed up this long passage because I can't take it anymore. I want some answers. I'll also bring this up to my therapist, but yeah, it just feels like there's something wrong with me. Granted, Audrey is far from the kind of girl I like. First of all, she's like the opposite of my type. She's American at the end of the day. She's more American than Jiren. I remember when I complained that Jiren was basically a white person. Even though Jiren was born and raised in Shanghai, and, you know, she is fully ethnically Chinese. Audrey's half white. She's American. She's from suburban Michigan. Like, she's not even from a big city where things are chaotic and busy. And I don't know, man. I feel like my type are usually like city girls. Like, they're usually like enshrouded by chaos and people. And maybe that's why Audrey wasn't really into me that much, because I feel like someone from the city. Because I have all these fucked up creative thoughts and I'm not normal. And yeah, but it's still kind of fucked up how broken I am, really. Like, I just cannot have a regular relationship with anyone because I'm just a broken person. And it's so embarrassing, really. And the truth is, I'm tired of it all. I feel like my dopamine receptors have shut off. And I feel like I just cannot love anymore. I think that's it for me. And I know I say that every single time, but I feel like it's getting more and more true. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just tired of love. I don't see myself falling in love with anyone. And even with Jiren, that was like not much. That was just an obsession. I don't see anyone else doing the same thing on me. Like, even if I fall in love with another girl, it's like, it's the fourth fucking time. Like, it's gonna end with nothing again. At some point just now, I even thought that I shouldn't exist. You know, if you think about it, I have nothing but bad luck. Sure, there are some highlights in my life. I went to Cannes Film Festival. I got accepted into USC, though not for the major I wanted. But everything else about my life is just kind of unlucky, you know? My love life, financial situation, and all the other shit that I had to deal with after coming to America. And I feel like that's because I wasn't even supposed to be born. I was supposed to die. When I was a baby, I was supposed to die. I was born 7 months, instead of 9, and there was a chance I wouldn't breathe after I was born out of the womb. So my entire existence feels like an error, really. Maybe in that case, it's a miracle that I'm even alive to begin with. And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a positive thought. I'm supposed to die, but somehow I'm still alive. Yeah, I don't have love, I don't have romance, I'm not rich, I'm not successful, but at least I'm living and breathing and has 4 limbs, and maybe that's already a miracle, because I was supposed to die. Yeah, I don't fucking know anymore, man. I don't know anymore. Yeah, I feel like I'm slowly slipping back into this state of melancholia. Maybe it's my sickness manifesting into sadness. Maybe it's because I'm starting to be free again, and when I'm free, I start having room to think, and when I think, I become sad. I don't know. I was supposed to submit a David Lynch paper. I haven't even written anything on it today. I just don't have the time or have the energy. I just cannot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the Starman screening tomorrow. I reposted the Starman poster on Instagram. Jiren liked it and then DM'd me, Starman! And I jokingly said I hope Thomas does that tomorrow night. At least Jiren is DMing me still. I like that I'm still in good terms with, like, Leslie and Jiren, which shouldn't really be the case. Maybe I'm just too nice, but yeah, like, even with Leslie, even though I always say, oh, Leslie's one of my biggest, like, people that I beef with, but, like, last time I saw Leslie was fine. I just smiled at her, and yeah. And I'm also kind of in good terms with Jiren, if she's still DMing me. But it's just so fucking... What am I doing with my life, man? I'm such a failure. So yeah, that's that.